Hello, my name is CarX82 and welcome back to my GregBlock series. I have been busy crafting a whole bunch of stuff here, as we can see, but the one thing I'm going to need is more geranium, so I can turn it into titanium. And to get geranium, I'm going to need radon, and radon is gold and mercury. So right now I need to come up with a way to get mercury, and what I think I've decided is going to do cinnabar and electrolyzer. 2 cinnabar gets 1 mercury, 1 sulfur. So I actually set up the recipe. Just 2 cinnabar to 1 sulfur. I don't even have the mercury, even though it's for like a mercury recipe. I just have that set there. So what I can do is be like, okay, I want 1,000 buckets of mercury, then I just request 1,000 sulfur. And I've crafted a quantum tank here. So I'm just going to throw that there. Let's see if this works. Sulfur. No, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't know if this is going to work. No, it is. Okay. So, couldn't remember if I had other sulfur recipes. Alright, so this isn't the fastest, but there we go. There is the mercury, it's going in there, and it should have nowhere else to go but in here, which it doesn't actually. Let me throw a filter on there. Gotta be super quick with that because it's automatically pulling it out. Oh, so yeah, I'm not gonna get it. Okay, let's do it this way. Storage bus. Ooh, I don't know if... Oh, I have enough channels, I think. Alright, so there's the mercury. Let's throw the filter on there. Whitelist mercury, and then if I throw this in here, let's see, about 7 buckets. I should have 7 buckets. Oops, wrong one. Yeah, 7 buckets in there. Alright, so that is that. Let's do a priority 10 just in case. Alright. So that is getting me mercury. The mercury is coming in there. I actually need another bus here, or a bucket, so I can filter now. I don't remember what was in front, but I think titanium and deuterium were in front. No. What was in this one? Oh, chrome and yeah. So I think that's for my europium. Okay, so they're all, every single one is full. And I did allow for that. Fluid export. Need 2 more of those. Cable. And instead of having the things come down the front, I think I'm going to do it from the... I think they can... Yeah, they can reach. So I'll do that from the back. So like... there. And... fluid. So definitely not going to be changing these very often. Alright, so this is mercury. We'll just... I like to do it... Which one am I doing? So radon. So gold is on the left, mercury is on the right. I like to kind of attempt to keep them like that. So when I'm looking at it from the front, the gold will be on the left and the mercury will be on the right. Okay. So there is the mercury, and that should be going into, yeah. I don't have it on, I don't have acceleration upgrade, so it's not going to go fast. Okay, so that's that, and then the gold I'll just have to throw. Oh, I don't know if I have how much gold I have left. Oh, I have quite a lot. So let's say I'm going to do, I don't know. How much radon do I get out of this? So 16 is 16, so I actually get quite a few. I think it's 9. 9 times this is 144 divided by, yeah, 144 divided by 16 is 9. So I do 9 crafts per ingot. So I get 1,000 and something of that per ingot. And I'm doing, let's do, I don't know, 4 stacks. I don't want to like auto output this, because that would be crazy. I don't want it to go through my entire, all my stacks of gold. I probably shouldn't spend too much time on this. I'm pretty sure I've done this before. But luckily now, once I get this all set up, I'm not going to have to change these. I should just leave that. I'm going to need it again, but I'm not going to have to change the hatches anymore because I planned ahead for that. So, all right. So there we go. Mercury, gold, and it's running. And it's actually coming out right here. I wish you could I wish you could filter these. Like, in this thing, put like a filter. Like, I want this fluid to go here. Alright, so that's my radon. I can probably, well, I was thinking maybe turn off the chemical reactor up here. Since that's slowly producing radon, now I'm producing radon really quickly. Anyway, let's get some titanium. So, this one's a little different. So what is that? So, and these odd numbers. So 144 divided by 48 is 3. Okay. So I'll get 3 ingots. Is that right? No. So I'll get 3 crafts. I'll get 48s. I can't even tell. Let's just do a whole bunch of titanium. That's kind of like ready for it. Although I am short on magnesium here. For sure. I should have enough. Yeah. Ooh, and the mercury. Let's a whole bunch of that going on. So I don't know. Let's say like 3,000. That'll go through all that. I mean, I have 13,000 cinnabar, so that'll get that going. And titanium, I think I did set up titanium, right? I'm getting confused what I've set up and what I haven't. Yeah, there's the titanium. And the duranium... Have I set that one up? I don't remember. Radon and gallium. No, I haven't set that up. I know that. All the different fluids. What am I doing? Fluid export buses. I need 2 more. So I'm going to need a bucket of that, and I need gallium. Do I have gallium in there? Now that I'm thinking, I should probably... Well, no, I don't want... I could set up a fluid bus, storage bus on an extractor with gallium and just have it automatically do that. I gotta figure out which ones I want to do, because I don't want to do all of them. I don't want it to continually run. So do I have gallium? I don't. I need to smelt a bunch of this. Yeah, so one of the things I'm just going to have as kind of like an on-demand, just so it doesn't keep going, I think. Unless I just do... Oh, shoot. Actually, now that I'm thinking, I almost... Would it be better? I'm not going to do this right now, but... If instead of input buses, if I put storage buses on these, and they will just fill up with their respective fuels, and that will backlog it. Yeah, I think that would backlog. So if this filled up with like 96,000 geranium, it would backlog, I think. And just have that. I don't know. I'll have to think about that, because these are quite... These hatches, I think. How big are these hatches? $128,000. But say like I'm importing the radon, if I just have it set to automatically produce it until it's all backlogs, maybe that's an idea. I don't know. I'll think about that. Alright. So that's producing that. I guess we'll do this one next. Wrong place. Alright, there's that. So, gallium, radon. I think I switched those around. Oh well. Wait, no, I have it on the wrong. Just kidding. Needs to go on that. And I think the radon is on this side and the gallium is on this side. Alright. Did I just use a bucket? Did I have 2 buckets? Ah, there it is. Okay. Alright, so obviously, it's doing another process. I think it's making radon. so it's not going to do the duranium yet. But I'm going to think about that. But anyway, the reason I was doing this is for titanium, because I want to do all new blades. So I have set up. Let's see. I removed all the geranium ones and replaced it with titanium, the exact same. It's probably one of these. Yeah. So I had all geranium and I had it making and I just replaced it all with the titanium version with the exact same, which is actually pretty easy. So I need to get 8 of these, which is 20. I need 26 ingots. So that I'm gonna have to wait for everything to kind of process. But in the meantime, that's it. Yeah, titanium and geranium. I wish you could put I don't think you can. Yeah, you can't put dust in the fluid extractor, which is a bit of a pain. But I gotta figure out which ones of these I want to have fully stocked at all times and which I'll do on-demand crafting, and I'll figure that out. But anyway, while this is going, not sure which one is actually doing right now, but doing that one. Let's lay out the rest of my turbines. So I made enough for 4 more. So I'm going to have a total of 8 plasma turbines. Running at once. Now, how did I do this? Like that, right? The 2... yeah. So I think this will, well, it's going to boost my EU production by quite a lot. Hopefully I made enough of these cases. Pretty sure I did. I just times that by 4. I think it was 29 each I use. I don't know if I actually need the output hatch. For liquids, but I have it anyway. Did I make extra? I might have. Alright, so that goes here. I think I've done this right. We shall see. All those. Rotor holders, I just did the UV, best one I could. And then I did inputs on the left, output on the right. And then energy voltage. There we go. Perfect. So I gotta wait for the titanium to cook up. I'm gonna do, I think, 8. So that's about 100 and, what is that, 26 each. So I need about 160 couple stacks of titanium. And we will place all these with titanium rotors. I don't need to. I mean, I'm doing 20,000 EU particular, but hey, why not? Go big or go home, Gregtech. Alright, so let me cut and I will be back. Okay, so after doing some math and trying to figure out my fusion reactor, I have tried a couple different options here. I put storage buses on all these, and I was thinking, you know, I'll get these all backlogged. You know, I can have gold in here, mercury, and then when the output hatch fills up with radon, it'll turn off. And that was going great for a while until I realized, I don't know if it's still... once this one filled up, it just started filling up a second fluid hatch with radon. So I thought, unless it has nowhere to go, it's going to keep producing radon, is what I was trying to do. So I thought, well, maybe I could replace all the output hatches with casings, so I only had the one, and then once that filled up, it would backlog, and then I could, you know, maybe add another fluid hatch for the next fluid I needed, and that probably would have worked. Might have had some issues though with when it drains out, it would turn back on and it would be conflicting. So I don't think I'm going to go that route with the whole backlogging the fusion reactor. Not to mention the amount of time it would take to backlog this geranium thing, or even like with tritanium, would take just days of running the fusion reactor. So I don't think that's going to work. But what I have kind of decided I think I'm going to do is I've worked out the math. So if we look at tritanium equals, so like one, we can just, it's 16 millibuckets, but it's like 9 of these is 1 ingot. So I would need 9 crafts of this. But basically, if you look at it, 1 titanium ingot is 2 geranium, 3 titanium. And then 1 geranium is a 1-to-1 ratio with gallium. So if I need 1 geranium, it's 1 gallium I have to put in. Obviously, the radon is an issue because that's a 125 millibuckets, and that's and to get 125, it's only like a gold, like part of a gold ingot. So I would be building up a huge increase of radon that wouldn't be getting used. So what I've decided, I think, I'm going to tell the AE system we're going to do this in batches. So what I'm going to tell the AE system, I think, we're going to test this out. I think this will work. So to get 10 tritanium ingots is going to take 30 titanium. So we'll get that cooking up. 20 gallium. And 2 gold ingots. And I hear a skeleton. I really hope they fix this in this update. We'll see though. It's frustrating. Alright, so the 10 titanium is going to be 2 gold ingots, 20 gallium, and 30 titanium. And we'll just kind of wait for that to go. And then I will put this in a... I'll have it insert all this in a fluid extractor, and then everything should just automatically get put into my fusion reactor when it melts down, and then it will produce the 10 tritanium ingots. I think this is what I can do. I can also do... I could probably do nuggets of gold, but the recipe is bugged, so I can't do nuggets yet. So this is kind of my solution. So 30 titanium, 20 gallium, and 2 gold ingots will get me 10 tritanium. And in between that, it's going to produce uranium, but I don't have to tell the A system that. It will just it should automatically do that if I auto export the fluids. And here I set up a fluid extractor with interface and a fluid storage bus underneath, I think. I can't remember what I did. Now the only issue here before I test this, lag spike. The only issue here is I have, well, I guess it doesn't really matter. I was thinking I'll probably use this up maybe in between episodes, the radon. I'm not gonna, I want to use some of this up, so this isn't, I don't have a fluid hatch full of it for no reason. Okay, but anyway, let's take a look and see if this is gonna work. So let's take a look at this. So let's request, let's pull that out. Actually, first let's craft one of those. That'll use all those ingots up. Okay. So let's craft, let's see this. So, in theory, yeah, I just used with the one for thing, but that should, in theory, put that in here. Oh, there it goes. So it's going to melt down the tritanium. And that should, I could probably put an acceleration. I guess it doesn't really matter. Actually, let me, before I go down there, let me just double check. And yeah, there it puts the uranium in. This needs to get pulled out faster. I gotta put acceleration. On the export ducts, or the export buses. Just one is okay, I think. Alright, so that's going to pull that out. Now it's melting down the gallium, and that should be exporting into there, which will turn the fusion reactor on. It's now producing the radon that it needs, I think. Is it? Let's see. Did it? It should put the gold in here as well. Yep, there's the gold. I'm not sure which one's running, to be honest. But there's the 2 ingots of gold. So eventually, the way I wanted to is not have any radon. So it would do the radon first. Then it would use the radon to cook the gallium in the, get the geranium. And then it will use the geranium to create the titanium. In theory. That's obviously not gonna, it's not gonna be super quick. Because it takes quite a long time to go through 20 ingots worth of gallium. But it seems like it inserted everything that was needed. And look, yeah, there we go. So it's produced an ingot already. And I have set all these turbines up. And if we look at the turbine with the tritanium rotor in here, we're up to 23,000 EU per tick. And we're burning that helium. Alright, so there we go. I think that'll work, and it'll just have it basically producing this stuff in batches. I could have it constantly running, but I don't really want to do that because I need to be producing Americium to upgrade it again. So I don't want to have it constantly producing titanium until like backlogs, otherwise that's going to take too long because I want to get this going. Alright, so let's come back when that's finished and we'll just double check that it is all working. Alright, so there's our 10 titanium ingots, but I realized I made an error in the recipe. So let me pull that out. The problem was the amount of gold ingots I did. It's 2 gold ingots per 1 titanium. So the 10 ingots is 30, 20, 20. Will get me 10 titanium. And alright, but other than that, yeah, it works perfectly. So if I do that, say we have 10 of these, we want 1 titanium turbine rotor. So that's going to have to do 2 crafts of the titanium. So yeah, 40, and yeah, 60 titanium, or 60 titanium. Alright, so I think that should be the correct math, I think. The easiest would probably just be to use ingots, but like I said, the recipe is bugged out. It's producing the wrong amount of gold. So maybe if it gets fixed, I will switch it to just 1 ingot equals 3 titanium, 2 gallium, and 2 ingots, 2 gold ingots. But anyway, I think that's going to be it for this episode. I gotta decide where I want to go after this. Now that I have set up all my turbines, I don't think I'm going to replace these. It's just for, what, 4,000 EU per tick. I don't know if it's worth it spending the time. It's just mostly time. But I don't know. I haven't decided. But I need to get the Americium going so I can upgrade this thing to a tier 3, and we'll work on that next episode. We'll work towards that. Maybe we'll get this automated, and we'll probably get these automated, and then hopefully we will be looking at a Mark III reactor pretty soon. So thanks for watching, and have a good one.